So if you've been active on Twitter recently, you know Kanye has become a thing again on Twitter. And it's no surprise that Kanye West has decided to become active on Twitter just weeks before he's about to drop his album and drop, members of his label's album, if that makes sense. I think a lot of people got me confused when I made the tweet, Kanye West being active on Twitter is the best thing that happened so far in 2018. I think people thought that I meant I'm happy that Kanye West is on Twitter. And that's not what I meant. I meant that we're about to get something very large coming to the social media atmosphere because Kanye is back now. And I knew this because Kanye is only active anywhere when he's about to drop an album. Kanye been ghost, Kanye been dead, MIA, out of the planet since the life of Pablo. We haven't heard a peep out of this man. And all of a sudden that we're a month and a half away from an album, not even a month and a half. Now you so active on Twitter, now you posting motivational tweets, but now we're getting into the nitty gritty because we got some controversial stuff happening, right? Which is odd to me because I feel like most of the people who are outraged over what Kanye West has just said don't even follow Kanye West. You want to get Kanye West the fuck out of here because of what he said in regards to support of Donald Trump, but you forget that this is the same dude that put the fucking Confederate flag on his shirt and said, "I'ma make it my symbol now." This is the same man whose biggest regret is that he can't see himself perform live. This is the same guy who back in September 2015 was chastising disabled fans for not standing up and chanting at his request. Also, side note, I know people are gonna say, oh, he didn't know they were disabled. My guy, listen, if your immediate response to people, even if you knew they were disabled or not, if you didn't know they were disabled, if your immediate response is to criticize them for not getting up at your whimsy request, you're fucking insane. And if you agree with Kanye's method in that, so are you. This is the same guy who posed as Jesus Christ on the Rolling Stone cover in 2006. And all of those things, in my opinion, are much worse than Kanye saying, I like the opinions of some people. Y'all want to get him out of here for that, but y'all didn't want to get him out of that. What the fuck? You wanted to get this man out of here for supporting someone that you don't like. So don't misconstrue my words because I'm excited for Kanye West being on Twitter. I'm not excited because I think it's a great thing for just, oh my God, the camaraderie. I know he's about to do something crazy, right? I know Kanye West is doing this for publicity because he's the same guy who, when criticized for his Confederate flag symbol, said all energy is good energy. So Kanye West doesn't care about being criticized. Kanye West doesn't care about, people disagreeing with him. He just wants eyes. If you're outraged now, you have a very foggy memory or you don't know anything about Kanye West. Number two, Kanye I don't even feel like Kanye messes with black people like that. I really don't. I'm not offended by anything Kanye West is saying. I know black Twitter is in shambles right now. I know white guilt Twitter is in shambles right now. I don't give a fuck. I don't care only because I know that at the end of the day, Kanye West hasn't been appealing to my demographic since the college dropout. Maybe graduation. But other than that, I don't feel like Kanye West has been purposely appealing to black folk in a long time. I don't. So I don't know why black folk especially coddle him and keep him in this shroud of protection like he couldn't be criticized when he doesn't even stand for whatever. I'm not going there. Not in this video. I'm not going there in this video. Next thing I wanted to mention is I am familiar with Kanye doing this. I understand what he's doing. I know where he's coming from in the method that he's using in order to, get his name back out there. Because Kanye West isn't a name that is easily forgotten, but it's a name that can go under the radar if not accompanied by some fuck shit. In my opinion. At the end of the day, you're not gonna see a Drake or a J. Cole or a Kendrick Lamar tweeting very controversial things just to get excitement for their album or to get their name out there a couple weeks before they drop an album. You're just not gonna see it happen. The thing is, I don't know if Kanye's album that he's confirmed is 7 songs long is going to justify his madness. Because Kanye has a method to his madness, which is stir up some controversy a little bit before my artists drop their music and I drop mine, and then I disappear again, probably. So before, when Kanye West was his most inventive, his most experimental, his most outgoing, in my opinion, and I can't say how he's gonna be on this new 7-track song or this new 7-track album. I can't say, but what I will say is, here's where I think this entire thing could backfire on Kanye. In just its short lifespan, Twitter has become a totally different place, right? Twitter has become like people's wannabe safe space almost, to an extent. So when you say something that goes against the popular opinion, people are gonna get on you for that. But see, in this day, people will discontinue support of your music because of your opinion, right? There are people who mix your political views with your artistry. So I'm not surprised that people who don't agree with Kanye West politically would stop supporting his music. This is where I think it could be a detriment for Kanye, because I don't know if he's aware of the fact that people nowadays, if you agree with something that they wholeheartedly disagree with, even if it's something that doesn't necessarily affect how they're going to listen to your music, they will completely discontinue you. And based off the reactions that I'm seeing off Twitter, I see people overreacting to a lot of what Kanye is saying. Now, it coming from Kanye, I'm not surprised. If it were to come from anyone else, maybe I'll look at it a little bit different. But knowing that it's coming from the dude, like, y'all have, what do you expect? The man calls himself Jesus. The man called himself Picasso, Steve Jobs, Michelangelo. Are you really shocked? But I'm rambling. What I'm trying to get to is, I don't think Kanye's album is going to justify what he has said. I still think if Kanye West drops a somewhat decent album, people are still going to be pissed at him for what he said over the past few days on Twitter. Kanye is in fact aware of the mob mentality that surrounds social media, and that if you don't agree with something, they are going to attack you. But that also makes him a very controversial figure, and that gets his name out there. When everyone sees someone that's going against the natural flow, so to speak, in their element, in their demographic, you're going against the natural flow. Everyone's flowing this way, but you flow this way. They're gonna get on you, and Kanye knows this, and they're falling right into what he's been trying to do. He steps out of the house in a "Make America Great" cap. He gets it signed. He got it signed. And then it's so funny seeing all these other spineless rappers come out in support of Kanye West for these tweets. Like, it's okay to disagree with someone, or it's okay to have your own opinion. So I'm not on Kanye West for having his own opinion in regards to Trump, because I honestly don't care about that. Your political views are honestly supposed to be private, so I could actually just close my ears to this and pretend that I didn't hear it, because I'm not even supposed to know. For y'all who don't know, it's very unprofessional and unethical for people to know, or anyone to ask your political views, how much you make, your religion, things like that. And I see Chance the Rapper talking about black people don't have to be democratic. I see Sci-Hi the Prince talking about, oh, y'all know Martin Luther King was a Republican. Like, my guy, are y'all this spineless that you can't even say I disagree with Kanye West? Are you serious? I don't know what space we're in when Kanye is supporting the dude who called African countries and spaces shitholes, but at the same time says that George Bush doesn't care about black people. And it's like, I get you could say that George Bush didn't care about black people based off his lack of action in Hurricane Katrina, but what do you call Trump calling African nations shitholes? That's why I know it's not meant to be rationalized. If I think about it, my brain hurts. And some people think Kanye is just endorsing Donald Trump simply because he wholeheartedly agrees with Donald Trump. It's just Kanye can identify with Donald Trump. Kanye has been used to and is used to being hated. He's used to controversy. He's used to being the odd man out. Donald Trump is that guy. They're both popular. They both have large followings. They're both unfiltered. They're both outspoken. They both receive criticism for everything that they do. Of course, Kanye would identify with Trump and like him. I don't even think that's a publicity stunt. I genuinely think Kanye can identify with Donald Trump. There's only two people I feel like on planet Earth that can be so controversial with just tweets alone. That's Kanye West and Donald Trump. Those are the only two I can think of that can be so controversial through tweet alone. Kanye West can identify with the celebrity of Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a well-known figure, or was a well-known figure before he got into office, so he can understand Kanye. And they were both extremely accomplished in a time where their competition was at its peak. Kanye West making some of the most experimental music while some of his contemporaries were literally dominating the charts. And as much as some people hate Donald Trump, you can say the same thing about him when it comes to real estate and the housing market. Their camaraderie makes sense. All of you may disagree with it, you may hate it, but it makes sense. So if you are a Kanye fan at this point, it's okay, because I've accepted if you've been a Kanye stan since that Confederate flag nonsense, since he told people who were disabled to stand at his concert and proceeded to chastise them because they didn't. I don't expect you to ever see the fault in Kanye. I don't. But I'm not a person who likes to mix artistry and political opinion. My whole point, I feel like I've rambled this whole video, so I'm sorry you had to watch this shitty quality. But my whole point in this video was, I don't think Kanye's methods are going to work out for him, because he's got a 7-track album coming out, and everyone is already a little shaky on Kanye. People who got Kanye to that point of like icon status. The people that got him to that point are the ones that are shaky on him, because his last 2 releases are a little meh. His last 2 releases are That's what they are to me. Life of Pablo, Yeezus, Even a little trickles off a little bit more into the field. So this next album that he's coming out with, I'm extremely shaky on. But the thing about this one is, he's taking a risk in making so many people upset. And I know 7 tracks isn't enough to get a good Kanye album. I just know it. So, let me ask you, fan of Kanye West, is everything he said justifiable if he does not create good music? Are you gonna get him the fuck out of here if his album is trash? That's my question to you. Because I hate when people use the excuse, because this person makes good music, that everything they do in their personal life is justified. But I'm gonna ask you, what if they don't make good music? What if Kanye's next album is one of the worst ones he's ever released, which I don't anticipate it to be good. I don't. 7 tracks. Kanye's been screwing around with the album titles, messing around with the album tracks, saying that he's been working on it for X amount of time, and the best you come out with is 7 tracks. I don't believe it. So, if this album is mediocre at best, are his actions still justified to you, Kanye fan? And I don't want to say it like I'm not far away from you guys, because I enjoy Kanye, but I enjoy Kanye from a distance, right? I've never been a Kanye stan, but I've always appreciated what Kanye's done for music. So you let me know, if Kanye's next album is trash, are his actions still justified? Are you still gonna find a way to justify everything that he's doing? Because if there's no good music, you can't justify the personal life. I know that's the common thing that a lot of people say. If the music's good, I don't care about the rest of the stuff. What if the music ain't good, bruh? What if it's trash? That's the risk that I think Kanye's taking. Risking the stands that he has, and risking the criticism that he's already received based off these tweets alone. Because the people who are going based off his tweets are just over emotional as shit. And there are people who have really foggy memories and have never seen a Kanye controversial moment ever. So he's got those over emotional people that are already against him for his personal life. Then you got the stans, or some of the fans, that say they're here just for the music, and if the music's good, then they can justify whatever you do in your personal life. But if the music ain't good, and you can't justify what Kanye's doing personally because the album was trash, you got a bunch of over emotional people that overreacted to his tweets on Twitter, what support is Kanye gonna have? That's my question. Get in the comment box, let me know what you think about this Kanye situation, and let me know how you feel about it. It's entertainment to me, but I understand why people are mad, but you really shouldn't be. If you're mad at this, I don't know why you'd be mad at this, because if you're trying to get Kanye out of here for this, you should have got him out of here years ago. For the stands out there, you better hope this album blasts, because I'm gonna say it right now, this album about to be trash. I'm gonna say it. This album about to be trash. It's been Shawn C, and I'm out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.